All right, Wise Family Peace. What's going on? Today we got a special segment. We're going to be first off before I start, I want to say rest in peace to Kyren Lacy. Right, sorry for his family's loss. And sorry for everybody that was involved that lost a person. Rest in peace to Mr. Hall's family as well. We are here to talk about the interview that Kyren Lacy's lawyer recently had that he proved that Lacy was innocent in the entire situation. So this justice for Kyren as well. This is our live reaction to the interview and to the situation that's going on. So let me go ahead and share the screen with my guys so we can go ahead and get on this. All right, fellas. Y'all see that?
Yeah,
Y'all see it?
I can see. I can't see myself no more. I can see the screen.
Okay, bet. Let's go ahead and start this.
Blogged about. It was all over the nation. So I did tell Mr. Ori back then, and I also tell everyone involved in this, whether you're an attorney or whether you're part of the investigation, you're always welcome to tell your story on HTV. So I told Mr. Ori, if you have anything to add to the story at any point, please give me a holler and we'll get you on. So joining me now is Matt Ori, attorney, and good to see you, Matt. Thank you for coming.
Good to see you, Martin. Thank you for having me.
Did you compile anything new?
I've got everything. I've got every piece of evidence I have viewed. I've examined every piece of evidence, which includes all surveillance, all body cam footage, and most importantly, the investigative report that was generated and manufactured by the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office, according to the data that they obtained.
In that report, which is independent of you, when I was going through it and looking at some of these things in it, I think you'll probably go over where they were, because I see you brought up.
I'll be right back, y'all. My fault.
You depict where all of them were during the incident, and you have all that information to sort of explain where everyone was at, how fast they were going, what they were doing, all of that.
I do. I've got it all here.
Okay. Is most of this reports, or do you have actual video?
Got the entirety of the district attorney's findings.
Let's go ahead and pause it before Rico show up. So my question is, first off the rip is, what the hell took them so long to get all this shit?
Yeah, no, for real. I feel like they was hiding it. Honestly, bro.
Some, bro. This
I
way in
feel like
December. This
they
accident
had a
happened.
chance to make a black young black male a rising star, somebody that was gonna be somebody. I feel like they had a chance to go on and eliminate him. Honestly,
That's my thought process right now. Like I ain't gonna lie to the people, bro. I am completely being unbiased right now until we see everything, because my thing is nobody gave him this mercy. When this came out and we didn't know nothing, nobody gave this type of mercy. Everybody was crucifying and hanging the man on the cross, hanging him by the rope before all this came out. So we assuming the worst. We here for understanding too, but I'm assuming the worst right now until we get everything, because it's always supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And when you
My bad,
keyboard,
y'all.
yeah, when you keyboard warrior ass niggas making everything guilty and shit like that, we assuming everything until we see what's up. Rico, I'm gonna ask the same question. Do you feel that this process took too long for this evidence to come out?
Hell yeah, because they was trying to hide the shit. It took way too long, bro. Way too long.
Exactly what I thought. Let's continue.
Findings after their own investigation. That's what we're here today to present. We're going to compare and contrast those findings with the findings of state police, because there's a ton of confusion. People seem to believe that somehow he hit someone in this accident, or possibly even shot through two cars and there was this explosion behind him. I've heard every version possible, but we can show you the version right now.
Okay. Sort of describe the video for our audience, what you've seen in the video.
Yeah, so what you'll see is in the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyren Lacy come to a stop.
So as we've seen the video, it looks like the impact happens and then Kyren Lacy is behind him. How far away was he from there?
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of the investigative report that I now have my hands on. We know from data that Kyren Lacy did in fact pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kyren Lacy passed 4 cars. However, he was back in his lane of travel 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall. At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted. Never.
Any part of the district attorney's investigation that talked about Mr. Lacy getting back, I guess we call it, what do you call it, correcting or getting in your proper lane?
Sure, he was back in his proper lane according to their data. This isn't my expert. This is the investigation of the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. So I'm here simply comparing and contrasting the District Attorney's Office with State Police in this matter, their investigations. And in that investigation, it shows that he was back in his correct lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Before this incident occurred, he was back in his lane.
What does the legal law state about where you should be behind? Or I want to say I thought it was 100 feet. Is that correct?
It is correct. Take out the fact here that it's a no passing zone. If it weren't at this time, it's 100 feet. What we know now is he was 3 times legally what he needed to be back in his lane of traffic.
Where was everybody involved in it?
I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'm gonna pull up a statistic that I just looked up. 72 yards in feet is 216 feet. So 72 yards in feet is 216 yards. No, 72 yards is 216 feet. So that means that the state of Louisiana requires for you to be 100 feet away from a car. He was 216 feet away from the accident. And there was a car in between him and the accident.
Another car in front of him.
So my question is, where the hell did he cause the incident? Where do we get to this negligent homicide? Because that's what he was charged with. He was charged with negligent homicide. This dude had to pay $150,000 bond to get up out of jail for negligent homicide. And according to the data and according to the video, he watched the wreck instead of causing it. How do you get negligent homicide from that? That's just a question for the people that's watching the video. This ain't even my guys. We ain't even finished reacting. But I want to ask, for anybody out there, how do you get you causing a homicide 72 yards away? Okay. Yeah. Let's continue.
And I see you brought something that you could visibly show everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like I stated, if we're looking at this, and of course this isn't to scale, and I can't draw, but what you see here is vehicle 3. That is Mr. Hall's vehicle. This is another vehicle between Mr. Lacy and Mr. Hall.
Okay.
This is the gold truck that's referenced in the report. This is heading north. So this is the lead vehicle heading north. And the vehicle that actually collided with Mr. Hall's vehicle, that would be vehicle 2. All right. So through the course of this, now we start investigating and dissecting everything we possibly can. When we do that, we start with vehicle 2, right? So what do I know now about vehicle 2? Vehicle 2 was tailgating, all right? According to the data, again, of the district attorney's office, not me, according to their data, tailgating at 49.6 miles an hour, 0.5 seconds behind the gold truck, 1.5 seconds before the crash. So again, if that didn't make sense, she is following 0.5 seconds behind this vehicle 0.5 seconds behind that vehicle, 1.5 seconds before the crash at over 49 miles an hour. 0.5.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. So now what we're looking at, this isn't speculation. Through this, we hear there's story after story. Actually, vehicle 2's story got bigger and bigger and bigger until we now have their data, right? So when we get our hands on it, I'm looking at the data from that particular vehicle. That data in that vehicle shows me 5 seconds previous to this crash. 5. I'm looking at it, and you're going to show it. 5 seconds previous to this crash, she maintained a speed of 49.6 miles an hour, never activating the EBS system until 0.5 seconds before the crash. Why is that important? Because if your story, which we'll get into, keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you had all this time to see the gold truck, in her words, stomp on their brakes, slam on their brakes, come to a stop, veer off the road. I see another vehicle approaching. I see the Charger approaching. Well, my question to you now becomes, how did you see that vehicle approaching, or him stop, or him slam on his brakes, yet your data says you never touched your brake prior to 0.5 seconds before that crash? I'm looking right now, so are you, at the last 5 seconds, according to her. Her car's black box, not mine, not my expert. That's her car. So if you're going to tell me a 5 to 10 second elaborate story, it needs to make sense. And when you have the data, not only doesn't it add up, it's not possible. Notice on there, Morton, it says 75 degrees, right? You turn 75 degrees to the left all of a sudden. That's what happens when you tailgate. Now, interestingly enough, this vehicle was actually, when this woman was in the ambulance, they issued her a ticket, all right? You know for what? Take a wild guess. Following too close. Data from the district attorney's office tells me you're traveling 0.5 seconds at 49.6 miles an hour, 1.5 seconds before the accident. That's not tailgating? That's not following too close? Of course it is. Ticket was taken away.
I'm looking at the data and I'm learning some new things here. So the 75, the steering input at 75 to the left.
That's correct.
Any indicate that, I would guess 75 on a scale of 100, that's a pretty hard turn to the left.
It's a very hard turn to the left. The gold truck, the lead vehicle in oncoming traffic, who, by the way, is probably one of the two most important witnesses in this entire case. We know now that 2.99 seconds prior to him pulling off the road, he was traveling 28 miles an hour. 28 miles an hour. Now, you're going to hear his statement in a little while, and it's going to all make sense. But let's be very clear right now for the intent and purposes of what we're doing. There are two vehicles that we're talking about right now that are traveling north. The second vehicle in oncoming traffic, which is vehicle 2, their data says she is tailgating. She is 0.5 seconds at 49.6 miles an hour. 1.5 seconds before the crash. And you saw her data, 50.3 to 49.6.
Yeah, so she stayed at 49.6 until 0.5 seconds, and then
there's a variation of less than a mile per hour.
Yeah.
It's 0.7, I believe.
Right. Did she give any police report or anything?
Oh, absolutely. So
let's talk about that a little.
Yeah, we will. This particular individual, for purposes of this report, I'd like you, Morton, this is page 9, if you can follow along to make sure I'm not misquoting a single thing.
All right.
All right, I'm looking at the investigative report of the district attorney's office. Mm-hmm. And then here you can see this is their investigator looking at vehicle 2 statements, and now he's analyzing. He says, upon reviewing the body cam video of the trooper from the scene, the following statement was made by, we'll call her vehicle 2, right? I just know the truck was stomping on brakes. The other was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting him, by coming around. When the trooper asked how fast she was going, she replied the speed limit. He next says, I reviewed the recorded interview and the written statement from vehicle 2 while she was in the hospital on January 3rd, 2025. Below is a synopsis of that interview. And In the very first, it says, all I can see is that a car is coming this way and the car in front of me. Right before the crash, I'm looking at the pickup truck in front of me. That's all they see for the moment. I'm eating my Funyuns. I got in the middle of my lap and I'm driving. I'm listening to my music. All of a sudden, I see the car get in the other person's lane. The truck, end quote, steps on his brakes. First, so it slows down, but then he does it again, and this time it's really hard. That's when you can see on the other side the car is trying to get back over. But before he can get over, the truck stops in the middle, like on the brakes, hard. There's another car that runs damn near into the pole. It's either I run into him or I try to get out the way, so I'm trying to get to the dollar store parking lot. Then the other car just comes and slams into me. The trooper asks vehicle 2, whenever you're looking forward, or the car's in front of you, they swerve off to the right before you make your left, or are you looking at a green Charger coming at you? Or, in end of quotes. Vehicle 2 responded with, the green Charger came, and then the car behind me, behind them, the truck, the van, whatever. The trooper does not ask any further follow-up questions to get a better understanding of what she was saying for this answer. Now remember,
Y'all want to ask a question while we continue this shit?
I'm trying to say why, like he concluded the his investigation with her so fast. Like why he didn't keep on, like why he didn't just get a clear statement from her. Because all that whatever shit and that willy nilly ass shit, that's not how police supposed to investigate anything, bro.
Yeah. Cause he just automatically just put the charger in front though.
And then not only that, she told you she was eating Funyuns. Like you don't supposed to be eating Funyuns and driving, bitch.
And so, for these purposes, let's analyze this. For anybody that's not understanding the data and stats, shit like that, the Louisiana law is you supposed to be behind a car 100 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she's 0.5 seconds behind the car,
She
that
already
means
breaking the law. She right on their ass.
Yeah, literally.
They like hunching that motherfucker.
So how you even have time to even, like, if you that close behind the car ass before the wreck, how you even have time to even see what was coming behind you? You gonna impact them. You already gonna be impacting them before you even get to see who the fuck coming behind you or who's swerving and hitting brakes and shit.
Another thing is that she said was the truck slammed the brake, truck behind her was driving, truck before her was driving 28 miles an hour. So that means she damn near rushing. So
Yeah.
since people make an assumption, I'm gonna make an assumption of the truck in front of her, she felt probably was going too slow.
Exactly.
She just turned left.
Because if you going 50 and they going 28, you know you trying to get past them.
Come on, man.
And so
But if you already following 0.5 seconds behind and you going 50 and they going 28, what the fuck?
You on their ass.
And so my question is then begs the question of if you're that close to that car, that truck, how do you see the green Charger 72 miles,
Exactly.
72 yards away?
And I'm gonna get into a touchy situation for me, man. I was, like I said, I was in a real bad car wreck. I damn near died in. My partner died in, and my cousin ended up being in the corner. We barely made it out alive. And the reason why we wrecked because he was racing my other homie, and we was tailgating. He was tailgating because he was driving, and he was so close up on his ass. Once he swerved, we spun out. I can't tell you nothing that was going on behind me, bro. We too close. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you nothing that was going on behind me because we so close on their ass. I don't got time. So by the time the crash is getting ready to happen, I don't got time to see was a car coming fast this way, was a car coming fast that way. You don't got enough time to even look. It's a split second like that, and you already that close on their ass. You tell, like he said, she was tailgating the dude. So how you even know this car slammed this brake or this car came and the green Charger passed? You wouldn't even know that. You too close on their ass. It don't make sense. So as the cop, this shit not adding up. Why you not like pressing her? Like, man, that don't make sense to me, man.
At all. Even when I had my rig, my car flipped over twice. I can't remember seeing some 72 yards down in the line.
Exactly. You can't. It's because it's like that quick. You know what I'm saying? You don't got time to sit there and do this shit or look in your rearview mirror and shit.
Yeah, unless she was already looking at her review before the crash. So
Here's the
you would have
thing,
known the car in front of you hit their brakes.
here's the thing though, if you pay attention to the report, she's on the opposite side. Kyren Lacy is behind the man that died. His car is on this on this side, and she on this side. She driving
Oh
this.
yeah, nah, yeah. She can't
Lacy
even.
coming this way.
But while the whole while she's on this side, she's right behind another car's ass, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't even
Yeah, you ain't
see
gonna see that shit.
72 yards in front of you. If you
Now,
don't
maybe if
car
I
ass.
was in the same lane, maybe.
But you saw a nigga 72 yards away from you.
In the other lane while on somebody else's ass.
Yeah.
And then my question to the cop is, what you bring that up for? Because you brought it up. You brought up green charger.
Yeah, she didn't even say nothing about a green charger.
And that's why, okay, now it's making sense. So that's why she like, yo, whatever. Yeah.
She pissed off, black girl, irritated, whatever. Get out of my face. Just say something, get you out of my face at this point.
Exactly. Let's continue.
What the investigator's saying. Vehicle 2 states the truck stops in the middle of the road like on the brakes hard. This statement indicates that the gold truck stopped in the middle of the lane and not, in quotes, swerving off to the right. This would also show that Vehicle 2 would have steered to the left to avoid contact with the gold truck and not Kyren Lacy. During this interview with the trooper, Vehicle 2 made several statements that do not match the submitted report or written statement. Instead of questioning Vehicle 2 for more details, the trooper attempted to recap what she was saying, which seems to contradict her statements. While doing this, the trooper is the first to talk about the gold truck swerving off to the right. Then when it came to obtaining the written statement, the trooper tells Vehicle 2 what to document on the statement as she is writing.
I have two questions here. One, I'd like to know more about the statement that she made to the trooper. The other one would be, do we have any data on the gold truck?
2.99 seconds before the gold truck eases off to the road. Eases off of the road.
Right.
He's traveling at 28 miles an hour.
Right.
That all is in this report.
Yeah, that's my question.
You watch someone slam on their brakes. You watch them stop. You watched a car charge coming at you in your lane of traffic, but you never thought to just tap the brakes? Really? The data is accurate. The black box is accurate that says that you never touched your brakes. You never touch your brakes in the last 5 seconds until 0.5 seconds before the impact. Mm-hmm. That's their data. It's not mine.
Proceed. What did you find out after that?
So what I was curious about here, most importantly to me, in terms of the oncoming traffic, right? So I'm looking at that gold truck. I want to know what they said, when they said it, what were the circumstances, how did this come about? And this is where it really starts tying together, right? The gold truck, they end up getting a statement from this individual. There's two of them. The very first one, what I noticed on the body cam was that the conversation was going on for 4 minutes and approximately 30 seconds prior to the body cam being activated. And of course, when the body cam's activated, I don't know what you said those previous 4.5 minutes, they end up at this individual's house to obtain a statement. I want to play right now how that statement started.
Okay, let's roll that in.
This shit crazy.
All right, sir. So, look, don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
It's Highway 20. Highway 20. That you just.
All right, me and my wife gonna figure out right.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I ain't sleep my connector. I wasn't even going there. That lady in the back of me. Yeah, so what happened, that's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me, she pulled on the other side. And that's not on it.
So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? And that's why you had to stop when you break the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So just include that in the statement.
What that got to do with it, though?
I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive.
What the?
What?
So basically, he telling people to put the blame on Kyren because the black dude just said the lady behind me is the one who caused the wreck.
Yep. So if he told you that, why are you not trying to go and see what the fuck she at? He literally told you that the lady caused that wreck.
But if you know what you just said to him, to the police officer, why are you writing on the statement that the charger is the one that caused the wreck?
Hold on. I'm finna ask this question because they finna get into that part. Then my question. The man didn't even bring up a charger. You brought up a charger, bro.
It's the second time he done brought it up.
You brought up the charger twice. The man didn't even say shit about no charger. He even told you he wasn't even going that fast. He didn't even slam a brake. Where does this charger come from, bro? Who has this idea? And then my next question be, if I'm the prosecution, I'm in court talking about, bro, were you there? Were you there for you to be talking about a green charger now? Like, I want to know, what did you see? What did you see since you were so adamant that a green charger caused the wreck? Where were you at when the accident occurred?
And not only that, they said they missing the prior 4 minutes and some seconds before the body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, before he turned it on.
What the fuck was you doing before then? They need that. We need that footage too.
We need all.
We need all of that, bro. Why are you living out bits and pieces?
This nigga hey, say.
But he a piece of shit, boy. That's what he is.
Yeah, you a piece of shit. You ass backwards for this, boy. We're gonna let Mr. Ori finish this, but you ass backwards, boy.
Sure. Indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes, like, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
Hey, speak more connected. I wasn't even going for it. They leaned in the back of me. Yeah, so what happened, that's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me, she pulled on the other side. And that's not it.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast.
Going that fast? Not that fast.
She didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side. But there's a bigger problem. I then obtained the actual written statement.
And this is from the Gold Truck.
This is the Gold Truck. Now, after the statement we just went through, notice I've obviously redacted names, addresses, and the cell phone number in fairness to the individual who is Gold Truck number one in oncoming traffic. See, the problem with that statement is it is in direct contravention to what was said minutes earlier. It's not written by him, and where it says signed, it's not signed, it's refused. But you see,
no, it ain't true.
Most critical. And he's telling you, I wasn't traveling fast. We know now that it wasn't. The data shows 2.99 seconds before that he was traveling 28 miles an hour. The data shows that. Now, he corroborates that. And he goes on to say, I didn't even make a skid mark. That woman behind me, she caused that accident. And you give me this statement that is refused? I got a problem. I got a problem with that.
For anybody watching, refuse means that the man didn't agree with the statement that was on the paper. That means, in other words, he didn't write that shit. So my question is, who wrote it?
We know who wrote this shit.
Say, boy.
The piece of shit who told him to say the bullshit.
I swear to God, boy. I thank God. That's why God didn't let me have kids this early yet, boy. I swear to God, boy. I attended to this nigga, boy.
Nah, for shit
You
though.
fucking the game up. You is fucking the game up. We're gonna let this man finish this shit. You fucking the game up right now, partner.
What he's saying is she had to avoid hitting him. He specifically stated she caused that accident, but I've got an affidavit for arrest warrant right here. Nowhere in here does it say anything that you guys just saw on body cam. To the contrary, about that vehicle, it says the gold truck took evasive action by emergency braking and driving off the roadway to avoid a head-on crash. But you just heard he said, I wasn't even going fast. I didn't even skid mark. So what emergency braking are we referring to here? And what the hell was the point of this report? It is complete opposite. I would expect that you'll show this to where they can read what was said versus what was written just minutes earlier.
And just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's
Man, skid mark. I never thought I would even go there. That lady in the back of me. She had saw what happened. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side, and that's not over.
so, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? And that's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate.
But how could it be head on with him though if he was coming in the other lane? How was it gonna be head on with him? Head on is coming in the opposite direction.
So she tried to go around him to avoid hitting him, and she went head on with
the other car.
yeah. So basically, her statement was to agree with the police officer to get her out of trouble.
Exactly. Here's my thing. How old school, you know, what's funny is how old school didn't bring up the charger. Here's the thing to the people watching. You want to know why old school didn't bring up the charger? It was a car before the green charger. Mm-hmm. So how could old school see the green charger when he got out the lane?
Mm-hmm.
Say, boy, this nigga here, boy. You, boy.
But the same thing applies to him when he's like 70-some feet behind him or 70-some yards behind him.
Yeah, he's 72 yards behind the second car.
So he wouldn't be able to see him no way.
By the way, bro, we got your picture, bro. I'm gonna show it to my partners when we get done with it. We got your picture, bro. You foul for this shit, boy.
And I'll read it over and I'll be out of here.
By the way, the body cam wasn't on for this statement. It was turned off before obtaining this statement. And this is what we get back in the file. This. Remember, Kyren passed.
So you turned off the body cam when the man was writing statement that he refused? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he a dirty bastard, boy. Say, man.
I'll just put X's. This is where Kyren passed, right? He comes here, he passes. He gets back in his lane. Don't you know that one of these witnesses that's in this package actually says in his statement that the Charger passed through the vehicle of Mr. Hall and the gold truck and vehicle 2, and then they collided. I can't make this up. This is what people just don't get to see. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not saying this intentional. I'm saying people commit to a story and they don't back down. You saw it here, but I'm telling you, you guys saw a video. You just saw a statement where somebody tells them what to say. They tell them that's not what happened. They still give me the statement. Mm. And now I got another individual who we won't harp into here because it's so uncredible, right? That one of the 4 individuals here, they say that they were going 30 to 35 miles an hour when Kyren passed him. He did. There's no disputing that. No one ever did, but he was back in his lane of travel. 92.3 yards back in. 72.6 at the time of impact. When they collide, he is 72.6. Before they collide, he is almost a football field away back in his lane. That's not disputed.
So I want to pause right there. So the witness behind. So Kyren passed 4 people up as he was trying to get to where he go. He passed 4 people on the road, but then he got back in the lane. And then from the time of impact, he was 72.6 yards away. This is my question to that witness. If Kyren was 72.6 yards away from the wreck, you were behind Kyren. So that means you were further back. How did you see Kyren split them 2 cars before the wreck occurred?
Yeah.
And who is this witness, bro? Like, this one I'm talking about. People, you want to spread lies, but then when the truth come out, everybody want to hide their hand, hide their face, all that other shit.
That's what's pissing me off. Like, y'all was quick to
prosecute.
assassinate this young man character when y'all thought he did it, but now ain't nobody stepping up and say we was wrong. Damn, I shouldn't have said this. This was going on. Like,
yeah. All right, then. Yeah, nigga, you saw it. You probably about 80-some yards behind the wreck, but you saw him split them and then they crashed each other. By the way, why you didn't bring up the other car that was in front of bro if he had split them to get there? Nigga.
You can see as another car come to a stop, and then Kyren Lacy come to a stop. But you know what's really interesting to me as well is that there was another passenger in Kyren Lacy's car. They knew this. They had video footage of this individual getting out of the car.
damn, I ain't know that.
Ascertain his identity. Why would you not want to hear the person with one of the best views of this incident? Why would you make a call? Why would you simply not bring him in for questioning?
And I'm sure you talked to him after.
Of course, I talked to him after. It's exactly what they said. It's exactly what they said. They actually thought at one point in time that she collided with the gold truck. That's the very first thing they told me, that they thought that this vehicle 2, was trying to get around the 2, as in slide between them, as in, uh-oh.
Because you too close on that car's ass.
You can see why. This is just amazing now, what I know, and there's so much more. We've spent hours and hours and hours scouring. But I don't know how else to tell anybody else that this is not mine. I didn't generate this. I didn't manipulate this. I didn't alter it. I didn't manufacture it.
It's on video.
From the district attorney's office. I then did my...
It's on video. Like there's how could that man come up with it? There's it's on video, bro. That like little bro wasn't there, bro. Like
then he said he was already going. Like, so my question is, was he already gone when the wreck happened?
No. When his car popped up, the impact already happened. Okay. Look, bro just drove around.
Okay.
He just drove around. And then, bro, like, his partner got out the car for a few minutes. Checked out what happened. They got back in the car because they had to go to football practice. Now, y'all two, we all know how practice go. Be on time, my nigga.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear shit while you late.
Exactly.
But honestly, if I didn't cause that wreck, that ain't none of my business.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking, like, I'm not finna sit there and wait if I know this shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Cause I already know I'm blacking a bitch for one. So I know if I know I ain't got shit to do with this, I'm finna turn my ass and get the fuck out of Dodge and let whoever did that shit handle that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And heard the thing about that. I was looking through comments trying to find the pictures of the people involved. The only person I couldn't find was the gold truck person. And I'm gonna be respectful to that man because he was honest throughout this situation anyway. But as I was scouring through the comments, it was plenty of people saying, well, Kyren Lacy should have stopped to check on the incident.
Why? None of his business.
So my question is, bro, that's none of that man's business for him to be checking on that wreck, bro.
Motherfuckers, look, I literally, after I shot my video last night, we literally, me and my cameraman drove past a wreck. That ain't got, why is we stopping and trying to see what the fuck is going on? Like, hopefully everybody is okay. I'm not praying for nobody to be dead or be like really, really severely injured, but we got to keep it moving. That ain't none of our business, bro. People do that all the time. Watch people drive past wrecks all the time, bro. No matter if the impact happened right before them or what. If that wreck has nothing to do with them, bro, they gonna drive around.
Just this all the time. Like God bless them, and we hope they make it, and we hope they okay. But that's not our concern. That's
even in our wreck, man, bro, car was literally on fire, bro. The car just driving past us.
Hey,
Only
yeah, they ain't none of my business.
it was only, and I'm not mad at them, but it was only one couple that came and got out that quarantine to see about us and help and tried to help us. And that lady came to the hospital. And you know what I'm saying? I still thank her for this day because she helped me get my cousin off the trunk. But everybody else just driving past. I'm not mad. That's not, ain't got nothing to do with them. Hopefully we all right. But like, what the fuck can they do anyway?
Shit, other than beating the way.
Exactly. And then, you know, some people get sued, like, you know, when you helping an injured person in a dangerous, some people sue them because you might cause further injury. So
Yeah.
the average person gonna be like, I'm finna mind my business. Come
In
on, bro.
general.
Like, come on,
So what,
man.
we gonna prosecute little bro for minding his business?
Minding his business, he had nothing to do with the situation.
This shit. And then we pausing, bro. You can tell this lawyer pissed off about this because the fact that this is even a case makes
It's
no sense
bullshit.
to me,
All
bro.
this shit, all this is predicated upon bullshit.
Yeah, but the
Bullshit
fact
on bullshit
that
on bullshit on bullshit.
I know y'all remember was it Rasheed Rice got into a wreck out here in Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody got hurt and he left the scene. Why
Yeah.
was he not charged with nothing? The furthest he got was suspension.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He didn't run like a motherfucker. That shit crazy, man. I don't know, man. People are weird, man.
People awkward in the hole, bro. The lawyer pissed off at this shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's not the people, bro. It's the system. The
But I'm
system
saying, but you
itself is
got people
flawed.
advocating for
Like,
this bullshit ass system, though.
yeah,
You got
exactly. The people make the bullshit system.
You right. Yeah, you right. Yeah.
When you got bullshit people in the bullshit system, shit, you can't do nothing about it.
This shit go hand in hand.
real talk.
Because if the public would be like, the public right now should be in a way more of an uproar that this young man is dead behind some bullshit, bro. That
So, all right.
he
So,
was even charged with this shit to begin with. Why?
in my defense, well, not my defense, but in their defense, I'm gonna just keep it a book. I'm gonna keep it real. It's not gonna be biased. They didn't tell little bro to kill himself.
No, for shit show. That's why I said. That's why I threw the other internet. Like, why was he even charged with this to begin with? That's what we should be mad at. Why was he even charged with
Facts.
this shit?
After getting all the facts, like what happened and where he was with that,
Yeah.
facts. If I'm his parents, I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
But before all the facts came out, then if he did it, you know, it's a possibility that he did it. I don't know what happened, what really happened, none of that. So now that the facts is out, now I need to sue y'all.
I'm tripping about the charges. That's what I'm tripping about. Look, like, rest in peace to little bro. I hate he did that. I hate he did that shit, bro. But I'm talking about this. We gonna keep it like for this legal system shit. Like, why was he even charged? He shouldn't have never been charged with this shit. He shouldn't have been charged with this shit. Period.
My question is why it takes so long for y'all to get this shit
Cause
out
they
here
know
in the
that was
fair
wrong.
play?
The lawyer had to go like press them for that shit, bro. He had to press them for that information, bro. That was gonna let that man name be bad through theft.
But
You know what I'm saying? That was
to
their
be
plan, bro. That was
arrested,
just
you
gonna
have
let
to
him
be
own that shit.
charged with something. You can't just like,
Yeah, they charged him with negligent homicide.
yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying though.
my thing is like Rico said, how do we get to this point, bro? The footage clearly showed little bro wasn't even
Then that's what I'm saying.
involved.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at if all the evidence, like, okay, even if you want to charge him prior to everything coming out, soon as y'all see everything, bro, the charges
Yeah,
drop
fact. Yeah,
immediately.
the charges should have been dropped
Immediately.
immediately.
Why are y'all still trying to stick him with this bullshit and really trying to be like, yeah, he did it?
Yeah, facts.
That's the only thing that I'm gonna say. I agree with Danny. Didn't nobody tell little bro to kill
Yeah, for sure.
himself. And we're gonna talk about that at the end of this, at the end of finish watching this. But this is what I want to say to all of you people that crucify niggas in the media, bro.
That
This
shit,
is
man.
why, bro, people don't co-sign shit when it come to black people. You be the main niggas that always want to advocate this innocent until proven guilty. But none of you niggas was like front line for real on. We don't know shit. Shannon Sharp, I'm finna start naming the Chris Carter and all that. Cut this shit out, bro. We don't know nothing. So don't say nothing.
Don't say
Be
nothing. All the
saying
facts
no
coming out,
bad
bro.
shit,
You don't know if you
assassinating
ain't
the
got concrete,
character.
hard evidence, facts. Keep your fucking mouth closed, bro. Cause shit, that's why shit like this goes on. You know what I'm saying? If niggas just be quiet, bro. Just be quiet until we know what's going on.
Damn, let the smoke clear. bitch ass niggas, this whole win ass shit. Like this shit get on my dick. You the same people that's bashing that white boy after he done got shot and shit. But now when it's time for us to defend our own, bro, you niggas got everything in the world to say. Even when these weird motherfuckers was shooting up schools and shit, bro, you niggas didn't have nothing to say. But we
Yep.
assassinate little bro character over an accusation and assumption. We don't
Yep.
even know it's a fact.
Yep.
Say, bro, like innocent till proven guilty.
And
We
I ain't even
don't
gonna
know
care. I know
nothing.
this shit. I know this shit kind of like veering off a little bit, but it's still kind of based on the same shit. Even when the Diddy shit came out, bro, I wasn't speaking on that shit because I don't know what the fuck was he until the evidence came out, bro. I'm
We
like, I
don't
don't
know
know,
nothing.
bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But when the evidence start coming, I mean, this nigga here, I got down now. You know what I'm saying? But before then, I don't say nothing about nothing, bro.
Oh,
I ain't got no opinion off the time of what's going on, bro.
and everybody here, bro, we know somebody done been falsely accused of something, bro.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we cannot go off here and do that type of shit, bro. And I'm saying the only attack that I'm making right now is amongst black people. Like any other race, I'm tripping. I ain't too much tripping. I already know what you niggas got your
Like that, this
assumptions.
shit anyway.
It's cool, but to us, quit doing this shit, bro. If that's the case, shut up, fam, and just go on about your business and all that. That's why I don't believe in that race shit half the time, because y'all piss me the fuck off. When I say race shit, I mean race unity. This shit bullshit.
Yeah, all that community shit bullshit.
We should have just not said nothing until we found out what the fuck this shit was. Because
But the
now
problem with
we
that
watching
is
this
black people don't know how to stick together.
at all, boy.
We in competition with each other.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
When white people out here, white police officers out here killing black people, we don't stand up together. But
Nope.
let a nigga cop kill a white boy. Motherfuckers is protesting and,
They
Boy,
and
gonna
white
have his
folks
and fuck
finna
all that. They gonna have
white
his head. They gonna kill that
I'm
man.
telling you,
I
nigga.
promise you. You see what they did again? Outside of the what was that called? Outside
What's
of
that?
the White House when they did
Oh
this shit.
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Them white folks
black
don't be
people just
playing. When they feel play, they gonna do something. We just
yeah,
talk a good game. That's all we do. Talk a good game. Talk,
black
talk,
people
talk,
just
talk,
ain't got
talk.
no unity, bro.
Shit, man.
Yapping.
That's all we
Bullshit.
do is talk. Them white folks gonna do something. They gonna get in the streets, go do something.
Even right now, bro, like, what's the avocation? Because my avocation right now, this cop need to go to jail, bro.
For
Fuck your
sure.
job and all that other shit. You need
They
to go
need to
to
get
jail,
charged.
bro.
Tampering with evidence, all
And
kind
yeah,
of shit,
tampering
bro.
with evidence.
You doing all type of shit, all type of accusations. We gonna get into these people part of this wreck, but you gotta go to jail. You turning out body cams.
All that shit.
You
You
ain't
ain't
checking
false
no
statements.
footage. You ain't. The dude said somebody was riding in the car with Kyren. You didn't get that interview, but you
Uh,
got the interview from the bitch that's in the hospital.
but even when school told him like, man, that lady caused that wreck, that charge that came on after the fact. What the fuck, man?
Oh yeah, nigga.
In the investigation of state police, and it is drastic. It's drastic. The very last line of the report from the district attorney's office says the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyren Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him. And what we know is we never disputed ever that he passed those vehicles. They were in a row, 4 vehicles in a row. We know they were going 30 to 35 miles an hour. He passed them. It was a no passing zone, but he got back in 92.3 yards. He was back in his lane of travel. He was 72 yards behind at the time of impact. We know that now. He was actually the second car to pull up behind, not even the first. At no point in time did he have to slam his brakes. He
None of
wasn't even
that.
close to the second car. He
None of
just
that.
eased in. He eased in. He went straight from there to the facility in Shreveport for his football practice. But he had no idea he caused this accident because he didn't think he caused the accident.
Exactly.
He caused the accident.
When did you get knowledge of it? When did you first get on the case itself? When were you notified?
Weeks after. Remember, from the time of this investigation to when a warrant was executed, they were weeks apart, right? And then I get involved after that. By the time I get involved, he's already charged with this. So that's a circumstance that I inherit.
Right.
But, you hear things, you keep your eyes open, you keep your ears open, and you listen, and something wasn't passing the litmus test here. So, when you look back on this and you see actual data, it's not mine, that shows these types of things. And you go as far as a witness saying he split between two vehicles and then there was this spontaneous combustion. It truly should open some eyes, right? That is not even close to what happened.
As you started your discussion with Kyren Lacy, and look, once again, we'll talk about Mr. Hall later in the program because we're not avoiding talking about a veteran, but I want to stay on point here just for a second. When you're talking to Kyren Lacy and he's saying, Matt, I wasn't involved in this. What was his mindset like at the time?
It's horrible. Look, man, you got a young kid that's getting assassinated on social media. He begged me to help him. I was already helping, but it was a consistent deal, obviously, meaning far after representation, begging me to help him. And you move as fast as you can with what you have, right? But there was a defining point for me in this whole situation that I knew he wasn't joking. And he referenced things in football fields. And I know it's easy to look back and say, oh, I bet he never said that. He's deceased now. BS. I'm telling you now what he told me. He said I was a football field. A football field is how he compared things, right? So he's saying when he got back in his lane of traffic, I know I was a football or even a little over a football field over by the time I'm back in my lane. And when I told him that they had video surveillance of this whole thing, it was like he was relieved for a second. Because I think in his mind, he thought that which most did. Most people that I talk to think that he actually hit the vehicle or he barely got past him and then they collided. That was the narrative that I heard the most. Yep. So
first of all, it is what we heard. Secondly, for anybody that don't know, a football field is 100 yards. So
they said it in the report.
Right. Lil Bro's like, I'm a football field away. So Lil Bro was 30 yards off. For all you mathematicians that's finna try to do some weird shit, Lil Bro said he was a football field away from the shit. So that's majority of the field. Mm-hmm. So and it not even 30 yards, he's really 28 yards.
28 by 28, 27 yards.
You want to be specific. Man,
at least he's looking at this going, okay, somebody can show I actually watched this accident. I saw it. And he told me there was a car between them. Hell, after I read everything prior to meeting with him and the things that I heard, I'm questioning what's going on here. Did he just get through and take off like they suggested? You and I read reports earlier. We're looking at old news reports where they say he actually collided with a vehicle.
They did.
They actually said he fled a scene.
And what killed me about this shit is that the reporter saying he collided with a vehicle and all that, were the scratches and the dents.
Nah, fuck that. If you collided with a vehicle, your car is total, no longer drivable.
That's what I'm saying.
How would you be able to drive off and go to football practice?
Especially coming from that far of a distance. Come on, man.
What, nigga?
Came back to the scene. Do you know how preposterous that is? None of that's true. And he sure as hell never split the difference and barely got through. And then there was some big explosion.
That nigga cruised through that shit, bro. Somebody barely got through.
Passed 4 vehicles. There's no question in a row. Nobody ever disputed that. But it's now undisputed that he got back in 92.3 yards. Now, interestingly enough, the report indicates that at 120.4 yards, he was already entering back into the lane, right? The reason they reference that is they say in this report, the district attorney's office, their investigation yielded that at that time, Kyren and vehicle number 2, all right, 1.5 seconds before the accident, or 120.4 yards apart.
So I said 120.4 yards, not feet.
All this is yards. This is not feet.
Big difference.
The only footage we have discussed, you and I today, is what's legally required when you pass a vehicle.
100 feet.
You have to be back in your lane of traffic 100 feet. He was over 300 feet. I'll be the first to admit that particular law does not say when you're in a no passing zone. Be clear. He passed 4 vehicles in a no passing zone. Never been disputed. Not once. Did I ever dispute?
That's your regular traffic violation, though.
Traffic violation, right?
It's a regular, just a ticket, bro. That's a regular traffic violation.
Yeah. This is speed. I mean, drove past couple of. Okay.
But the big narrative spun was, and this is very important, that he was actively passing at the time of this accident. That is extremely important. We know now that is 100% false.
Mm-hmm.
In the conclusion of the district attorney's report,
What page you on? I'm going to follow.
This is on page 12.
Let me get to 12 here. Okay, go ahead.
They state in here that they gave the impression that Kyren Lacy was actively passing vehicles when the crash occurred, which is incorrect. He did pass 4 vehicles, but was back in the southbound lane before the crash occurred. And now we know, according to this data, that was 72.6 yards, as it's stated in this report.
I think at one point while we were talking, you indicated to me that Kyren was very close to being vindicated on this matter. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in my opinion, I had a very good idea of enough started adding up to me to know that there were holes all over this thing, right? So it's the policy of the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office that all homicides go to a grand jury. We were nearing that grand jury, right? Where all of this was coming out. Everything I'm telling you now is going to be presented to a grand jury in a fair, neutral, and impartial manner. So, in my opinion,
this shit not a case.
This never survives a grand jury.
Nah, for real. They're going to sleep. They're going to laugh at that shit.
Grand jury.
What?
We're 48 hours from that.
Bro, that shit not a what?
They ain't got no. They literally have no legs to stand on with their evidence. All the evidence is pure bullshit.
Nigga, on the cool, nigga.
They have no substantial evidence that he did. That he caused that car wrecking anyway.
Damn, boy. I wish little bro was. I wish, bro.
He would have hung on a little longer.
Look, that's what we was talking about earlier, bro. Just hang in there, bro. It ain't over till it's over, dog.
My thing is, why you go ahead and just kill yourself, fam? If you knew you didn't do nothing.
Because I don't like. We're gonna talk about that a little bit afterwards. But they said something about he getting into a lot of conflicts with his family.
Yes, bro. Because it's like, bro. It's like people thinking you killed somebody that you didn't kill, bro, and everybody calling you a murderer, bro. You gotta walk around with that tag on you, bro. Some people can't handle it, bro.
That's why you gotta have a strong group of people around you. Your family.
Yeah, his family didn't get behind him enough, bro.
You gotta shield this shit out, bro. Hell nah. I'm like, oh, y'all. He wouldn't even be, me personally, he wouldn't even been around people for a minute till we got this shit clear. And then
as his parents, that's what should have happened.
He trying to go about his everyday life and shit and live regular knowledge, bro. You gotta sit down somewhere till this shit over with.
Yeah, till this shit over with, bro. We taking you somewhere else. And then as far as anybody that's close to the situation, you bring this shit up. You done. Like dismissing your ass. Like you gonna shut up. Like
his family. I mean, I don't just want to just put everything.
Don't bash the family. Y'all probably never understood, you know.
Yeah, but y'all failed that young nigga, bro. I ain't gonna cap. And I know that ain't always the best thing to say, but y'all failed that young nigga, bro.
Man, tell you this much, we're gonna let this shit finish out because I got some stories for what occurred during the months of them trying to get this shit processed through.
From this report, getting to the grand jury, right? So it is the process. They moved it as quickly as they could, and by that I just mean, it was done just like, which is the right thing to do, like every other case. It was done fair and square where, look, we have a homicide. We have to go through this process. The only promise that Ms. Russell made to myself and civil counsel for Mr. Hall was that she would complete the investigation and immediately set it for grand jury out of fairness to both. And she did that. She did exactly what she promised she would do. Insofar as an investigation, we had no idea what a result would be on her end. No clue. Mm-hmm. We just knew it was being done. They didn't sit on it for some amount of time. They worked it thoroughly, but in the time manner that they could, and they set it for grand jury just like they promised. So there's we couldn't have asked for more from a office who has always been and will always be just extremely fair. Right? I mean, that's all you can ask for. There's no fault on their part. There's certainly no fault whatsoever on the part of Mr. Hall. That's a wonderful family. Believe me, it's not easy for me to get up here right now. There's a man who passed away other than Kyren Lacy. In his
Rest in peace to him too, man.
Kyren Lacy.
Everybody ain't really speaking about him. He died. He died in the wreck shit.
I didn't spend enough time talking about Mr. Hall. He's deceased, and just that's paying our respects to their family too, because they're grieving, and naturally they're going through a lot of turmoil too. But of course, I guess what we're looking for on this show is, and I think everyone would want it. I don't care which side you're on. You just want the truth.
I just want the accurate truth, right? What one thing, and I hate to, in fact, I'm not going to harp on it again, but you're right. That's all we're after here is a better picture of the truth. That's it. Never what do you get me up here to try and put a black eye on state police. Look, man, these guys got a tough job. Tough job. There's some excellent, wonderful individuals, more than I can ever imagine, actually. I enjoy working with them. That's not my point here. But I hold myself accountable. I hold everyone that I come across accountable. They get no pass from me either. That doesn't mean they're bad people, right? That's not what
he's a piece of shit.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know you can't say that, but I can. He's a piece of shit.
I'm simply here to compare and contrast. Now, the findings of the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office versus the findings of state police. We have a vast difference.
Let me go a little step further, because I want to go to Houston a little bit, because, there, and again, I mean, if you watch Facebook or you listen to social media, you're going to get 20 different reasons why Kyren Lacy took his life. And I'm going to go out on a limb, because I figure you probably know the truth on this matter. Is there anything that you would like to set straight about the Houston part of this story?
I don't know that the Houston part of this story didn't upset me more than the front end. Let me just say this. Kyren Lacy went to Houston that Friday with his mind made. He was suffering. There was a point in time that night at his apartment, the apartment that he, his little brother, and his cousin were in. His mind was made. He wanted the keys to that vehicle to, I don't know how to say this, to
take his life.
Yeah. So it's either you give me my keys and I do this on my own accord, or this is going to go down right here, right now. Obviously, the keys were given. A welfare call was made. Keyword, welfare. Welfare check. Right? There was no crime. There's none of that, man. No drugs, none of that BS. Kid's mind was made.
Yeah.
You know the rest of the story.
So he told whomever he was with that was the place and time. Wasn't there a shot fired or something?
That's how he got his keys. I think that's how you're showing him. And by the way, the shot was fired in the ground on purpose to let them know the seriousness of what was going on in his head.
So he wanted their attention.
He wanted his keys.
Yeah.
And they knew not to give him his keys. They knew it was going to happen. But what are you going to do? You going to watch it go down, or are you going to give him his keys?
Right.
His mind was made. Social media killed him.
They did, bro. They did, bro. Damn.
Tough guys behind the computer. Yep. Same ones that are coming in to do this interview.
Coward ass niggas.
Those guys.
A young man could not get used to it.
They're kids, man. The difference between you and I, Morton, and them, they don't know anything else other than those devices.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I'm a little bit younger, but even myself, that's a later deal. Mm-hmm. That's all they know. They can't get away from them, and they believe what these people say. They believe it. It doesn't matter what I showed you today. There are going to be people that are going to talk horribly about him, horribly about me. Life is such, but I have a job to do. No matter who is in the way of that. You have to do what you have to do. Whatever consequences come my way from this, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing you loud and clear. He, in his own mind, and I'm speculating, he was already prosecuted in his own mind.
That's correct. He's already prosecuted.
And we can only imagine, he wasn't the Vikings about to draft him?
I had talked to the Saints. I had talked to the Vikings. Not that I'm his agent by any stretch, but there were teams reaching out to learn about this matter. That really liked him. But they obviously wanted to know what was going on. I did the best that I could to tell them and advise them the grand jury was set for this particular day. We didn't make it there, though. So Kyren Lacy is going to change the way things are done. He's going to make people think twice about what they say before they say it. Not everybody. Somebody. Maybe Kyren Lacy makes someone think twice before the next investigation to say, hold on, maybe we got to look at a few other things here, right? Maybe let's not jump to conclusions. Thoroughly review. Just maybe somebody else is saved from the same exact thing. Maybe thousands.
I do offer all other sides a chance to come. They can debate it or rebut or whatever.
To this day, formal charges were never accepted by the district attorney. This is over. Oh, there's no criminal proceeding.
Done.
This is about making a promise to a kid who begged you to help him. You make a promise, you follow through on that promise.
Appreciate you for that, too.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes,
Tell the world Kyren Lacy's version. He never got to tell the world his version. We just did that.
Wow.
Damn, that shit crazy.
His family.
I did. I met with him after obtaining everything, thoroughly going through it, watching videos, listening to statements. We've seen everything. And, it just brings back a lot of memories saved from Mr. Hall's family. I know it brings back some memories you guys don't want to recall. Same for the Lacy family. Because at the end of the day, you got two very important lives that were lost. Nothing's going to bring that back, either one of them. So I talked to him. You can about imagine how it went. Very cordial, though. Mm-hmm. No yelling, no throwing, none of that. A lot of crying. Right. As I suspect Mr. Hall's family does the same thing, rightfully so, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just not fun for anybody, to be quite frank.
And that's the hardest part about doing an interview like this is you have so many people involved, and Kyren Lacy just happens to be such a high-profile person.
That's all that shit was, man.
That's it.
All that shit was.
Once again, if I had any regrets from the first interviews that I didn't talk about Mr. Hall.
If it was somebody else driving that grand charge, this shit wouldn't even happen.
Man, and just great storyteller, good person, but
class act family.
It's just, it seems to be a tragedy all the way around.
It is.
When you really look at it.
It is. There's no winners here. There never will be. The class that Mr. Hall's family has exhibited has been tremendous. I know it's hard, but truly appreciated.
Hopefully this can find some kind of space where truth is always the best aspect of people coming forward. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you talked about the state police too, because I've worked with them for 42 years, and they come every week to do news stories, and we always want to be careful on this news desk that we don't say something that sort of depicts the whole deal as being the whole state police or the whole district attorney's office or anything like that, we want to sort of categorize things.
There's no question, man. There's nothing easy about it. You and I talked about it, not that it had anything to do with this. We talked about Frank Bason earlier. What a stand-up class act, right?
Yep.
Christine Russell, stand-up class act. Family of Mr. Hall, stand-up class act. The Lacy family.
When you were at his funeral, you got up and spoke,
I did.
and you looked at him, and you made a promise to him. Is this kind of what the promise you were talking about, finding out what took place?
Yeah. His parents had given me a pin of his picture. And at that funeral, I took it home with me, obviously, but as he's sitting there, he had always asked me previous to that, Mr. Matt, you got me, dog? Kyren, I promise you, I got you, dog. So I get home and I took that pin. It's got this picture on it, and I kept it out every day. And I wrote on the back of it, I got you, dog. Never let it leave that side. And this is my version, bringing clarity. Bringing his version is me telling him, I got you, dog. Whatever that's worth, I don't know. I hope that he's looking down.
A whole fucking lot, nigga.
And peace. Because he didn't go out with peace.
Matt, we appreciate you.
We
joining us
appreciate
today.
you, bro. First off, man, shout out to the man's name is Matthew Ori.
Shout out, Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew Ori. Man, we appreciate you for what you did, man. Before we started everything and revealing all this stuff, bro, I want black people to know, bro. It's a lot of good white folks in this world, bro. It really is. It's not everybody, and he is obviously one of the good ones for sure. Appreciate him, bro, for fighting for little bro to the end, bro, and not giving up on him, bro. Seeing this shit through and allowing this process to go through and all it. With that being said, I did some more investigating on my own for the fellas, for my guys here. So, let's start. Y'all see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
That there is the cop. His name right there. His name there, yeah, bro.
Maybe I don't even matter. He piece of shit.
I think his name is Tyler. Let me get the facts of it and everything. Yeah, cop 24 years old. I think they say he been on the patrol for like 2 years. I'm gonna ask my fellas what they think, but me personally, bro, they need to lock your ass up for this shit, dog. You are 100% at fault for this shit right here, homie. What the fuck was you thinking, bro, to just put this shit out there, B? Like, I'm with Danny, I'm with my boys, like the family, all that, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but just you, dog, you ain't got no integrity whatsoever, fam. This is some beyond low cow shit. The other thing is, bro, we ain't even heard from you since this shit done been released,
Yeah,
bro.
fucking coward.
We ain't heard nothing from your ass about this shit, bro. You just sat here.
You're not gonna hear shit.
You sit here and lied on this young nigga, bro. You gotta go. I don't give a damn about your job and a pension. Fuck a pension. Lil' bro killed himself because you falsely accused this nigga for some shit he didn't do. Go ahead, fellas.
I just want to say, anybody can sit down. He only been 2 years on patrol. He 24 years old. He was trying to fucking make a name for himself, bro. He seen a high profile athlete that could have possibly been involved, and he stuck it on him so he can make a name for himself. That's all he was trying to do, bro. Now it makes sense. It makes sense. His age tells it all. He trying to make a name for himself, bro. For whatever unit he worked for, or whatever parish he worked in, he was trying to make a name for himself. And once he seen that high profile athlete that could have been possibly involved in that situation, he went for what he knew. That's all this shit was, bro.
First off, how did you make it out of police academy? What the fuck? Because the steps you took to gather information wasn't even right.
He didn't give a damn about bro being innocent or not. He wanted it to be him. You know how these cops is, bro.
Yeah, it is.
He wanted it to be Lil Bro. Regardless of all the evidence showing he wanted it to be Lil Bro. He wanted that.
Yeah, the
I
cop for
got
sure
me
got to
one.
face some
I got
type
me
of
one.
consequences. However, those consequences look, he gotta, yeah.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he got to own it, man. This shit been going on since shit, the 1950. Really, you can say the 1800s. This type of shit been going on. They do foul shit to us, and then some way somehow they gonna get away with this shit, bro.
Slap on the wrist.
Come on, man.
Whether it's a suspension or he
Fire,
loses his
he
job.
gonna go get another job in another
Yeah.
parish.
His name is Tyler Warner. That's his name. Yeah.
Somebody need to, man. Let me shut up, man. Say, boy. Hey, man. Say,
Well, tell you that much. His family, I'm gonna give his family credit for this. They more merciful than me, bro.
yeah.
They way more merciful than me, boy. That's my son, boy. You gone, fool. Fucking in that fed. This nigga, this my boy. You done got my boy done took himself out over a lie that you done came up
A
with.
lie, a bold face fucking lie. That lie, just straight up lie, bro. He had nothing to do with this shit. That shit is crazy. But that's all it was, bro. I got me one. That's all it was, bro.
That's it.
That's all it was, bro.
A tag on some shit.
And
Now,
I want to throw this shit out there, not to just get too far, like this on subject, but not to just get too far from what we got going right in front of us. From all the way like to catch like Henry Ruggs. I'm not trying to bash y'all nothing shit like that. And like Rasheed Rice, bro. Y'all gotta understand, bro. Y'all when y'all do this shit, bro, y'all not only affecting y'allselves, bro, y'all affecting everybody else that look like y'all, bro. Y'all gotta start thinking about this shit before y'all do this stupid ass shit, bro, and make these careless ass decisions and mistakes, bro, because they already got a stigma on us, bro. They already perceive us as a certain way. So, oh, such and such did this shit. Cameron Ruggs, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Rishi Rice was just involved in some shit like that.
yep.
So, like, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Niggas
Athletes
gotta
that
start
feel like
thinking,
they can
you
get
know what
away
I'm
with
saying?
shit.
You being selfish when you don't think for others, bro. Y'all gotta start thinking for other people that look like you, dog. You make it worse for the next nigga that look like you, bro. That's another reason why this shit happened too. Or people didn't initially care about the facts because this the type of shit that they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, talk. Go, go ahead, D.
I can't do nothing but agree. Shit, honestly. Real talk.
Now, for all the people that's watching, y'all are wondering what picture is right next to it. That person is vehicle 2. That's vehicle 2. Danny, that is old girl that caused the wreck. Or, whatever you want to say.
How's the wreck? Shit.
That's her ass.
I ain't gonna lie. The gold truck literally said
That
what
lady caused
caused the
her.
wreck.
Yeah.
And it was her ass.
So what we gonna do about her?
That's who
She should
need to
have been the
go.
one to be charged.
That's who need to be charged.
Word up.
Somebody got to get charged.
It's her ass.
The
Who
cop,
caused it?
the cop and her. I think she should get minor charges. Reckless driving for sure. And then obviously somebody died in it.
So that's involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah. Some gotta give though. And then you, bro, I don't know what,
Man, you
man.
know what need to happen to him. I ain't gonna, but you know what need to happen to his ass. You know what need to happen to him, bro. He a piece of shit, bro. He don't deserve to be walking around right now, bro.
You a piece,
Hey,
yeah, boy.
hey, that's funny, bro. But I don't wish death on nobody. Even though he's a fucked up individual, you ain't ever supposed to wish death on nobody.
Boy, I wish death on his ass.
It,
I kill that nigga, boy.
I'm
I
different,
it's
kill the
bro.
fuck
it's
at it.
Some shit you just don't do, bro.
it's a lot of
Man,
shit you don't do.
You know what I'm saying? And it's consequences for your action, bro.
But like you said, he was just trying to make a big name for himself in whatever
That's not how you go
district.
about it,
It's
bro.
not.
So
But
you willing to like ruin somebody's life for you to have a big case or get a big name locked up? Like, come on, dog. Come on, man.
hey,
not how you
however
go
he
about this
see
shit. That is not how you go about this
it
shit.
ain't.
Nah, homie. Like this shit.
So
This don't make no
I'm just saying,
sense.
just put the shoe on the other foot. Imagine you being a driver in that situation. You know for a fact you done it, but everybody blaming you, bro. See, that's another thing. People don't put themselves on the other end of the spectrum, bro, when they be doing fuck shit, bro. Let's imagine somebody did you like that, bro.
For one, I ain't killing myself.
I understand.
Now
So
look, and we don't.
I would have
Let's talk
waited
about that.
until
Let's
it
talk about
was
that.
some charges. You know what I'm saying? I was found guilty or
Yeah.
something. You
Let's
know, that's
talk.
what he should have done.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm not even talking about him, the part of him killing himself. I'm talking about this nigga doing that whole shit to him to begin with before he even did it. Like, why would you do that, bro? Like, why would you do him like that, bro?
It's just some fuck. You can't control what another motherfucker do to you.
Yeah, that shit fucked up. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just pure fuckery right there, bro. You don't do no shit like that, bro. Cause that's why I keep saying, bro. People got to before you do whole shit, bro. You should think about, man. What if somebody did this shit to me? How would I feel?
Yeah.
And a lot of
Got
bullshit was
to.
start going on, but the fact people selfish, bro. You know what I'm saying? They ego driven. He was just all in his ego, bro, and made a horrible decision. A fucked
I
up ass decision, bro.
Hey, Danny, I ain't gonna care to you, boy. I love your morals, B, but I couldn't do it, bro. This
Bro,
my
it's just
son. This my son, bro. I'm a deal with
I'm
your
not
ass.
saying the family should not react. They
Oh, the
hey,
family
want to
need to,
react. You know what I'm saying?
bro. That's
If
that's
they
what I was
want to
finna
take
ask y'all.
extreme measures,
That's what I was finna ask y'all. What should the family do in this
Okay, look,
situation?
we ain't gotta go
dude.
to we don't gotta go all the way to the stream as far as like go kill his ass, even though it would be,
So
better.
I mean,
lawsuit,
in my
But
eyes, you would not be wrong
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
for
It
taking
would be
those
better.
actions, but
But
it's not
we
helping that
suing
because now
we
you
suing
messing
out
up
the
your
real. We
life.
suing that the police department out the real. We suing like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
just go and get the
And I want him
lawsuit.
in jail.
You just go and get the lawsuit, bro. That's all you can actually
I
get
want the
from the
So
lawsuit
case.
and I want him in jail. I want his bitch ass in jail. I want him to lose his job, all his pension, all that shit. He gotta go. That's what I want. That's justice in a legal way.
so he definitely should go to jail. That
He
is
need to take just like they threw old boy punk ass in jail that did that shit to George Floyd. He need to go to jail. And he didn't even get long enough, but still he in jail. He needs to go to jail. And
I ain't gonna lie to you. To me, to Mr. Warner, whatever fuck, that's
that's for the
me.
family. I'm saying what the family like. They
Yeah.
civilians. That I know what I would do. I'm just talking about for the family. You know
The
what I'm saying?
family now, the family
Yeah.
should sue. I would try to get every dime at the police department as I possibly can. I'm soaking you niggas naked. As far as him concerned, bro, this a minimum 35 years in prison, bro. You
But
done
that boy,
falsely.
man, that boy fucking around get 5 to 10s. And
Slap
Yeah.
boy,
on the wrist.
Yeah,
yep.
some weak shit. Like, bro, that's a
We
minimum
seen these folks beat the shit out of Rodney King and get the fuck. I'm talking about beat the dog shit out of him on camera,
and get
4K, and got walked off scot free.
yeah.
This the type of shit we living in, bro. This go on all the time. This ain't nothing new up under the sun, though. This ain't nothing new.
This shit here is this crazy. Cause they gotta penalize you to the furthest extent of the law, bro.
And he got the
Because
right complexion for the connection. Shit.
yeah. They gotta lock you up for this, homie. If I'm the family, I recommend you sue. But I want to talk about another thing because I I do want to understand why Lil Bro took his life. I can see it, but my thing is what's what's going on? Like, who be around these people, bro? If this my son, bro, if you not guilty, bro, like I said, we're gonna take you away, bro, separate you, but we gotta teach our kids
Okay, look.
resilience and
I'm
poise,
I'm gonna
bro.
say this, Caleb, and because this is a touchy subject for me. Like I told, I got two kinfolks that committed suicide, and one was my close. I got one on my father's side. I named Mikey. Rest in peace to Mikey, man. Marky, my bad. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Marquise. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Ladarius Robinson. Rest in peace to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you this. I can't tell you how my big cousin was raised on my daddy's side. Cause like I'm not really too familiar with all my family on my dad's side, but I know for a fact my auntie and my stepfather, my uncle, they did their thing. Taught them everything you talking about, bro. That when somebody take their life, bro, it's a personal decision.
That shit a mental
It's a
thing.
personal decision. It's nothing nobody could do to stop. You see what the lawyer said? Hey, give me my car keys and file around into the floor. His mind. Once somebody mind made what they want to do that shit, bro, ain't nothing you can do, bro. Once they say I'm done with this shit, it's nothing you can do. No matter what you don't talk to them, no matter how much love. And I want to apologize to the family for saying that they failed them. I'm fucked up. I was just in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I was in my emotions because LeBro passed or whatever. But they ain't feel him. It's just that he made a personal decision, bro. My cousin, I ask myself all the time, damn, why he do that shit, bro? Like, damn, why fam do that shit? I want to did no shit like, but that's me though. That's a personal decision that he made, bro. That's a personal decision, bro. And it ain't nothing nobody can do, bro. If that's what they want to do, they gonna do it, bro. Regardless of who you is to them. Like, for real, though. That's a personal decision, bro. Personal, bro. It's certain shit, like, I ain't never committed suicide, but it's certain shit, when I have my mind made, bro, can't nobody tell me nothing. You ain't shit you could tell me once my mind made, bro. I done had people, you don't need to do that shit, wood. I'd have still jumped off the deep end. And you know what I'm saying? When the consequences came, I handled it, but it wasn't nobody can do for me because my mind was made. So when somebody's mind is made, bro, like it's you know you can do, bro. Okay, like none of that family. You see, he's with his cousin and what he say, his cousin, his little brother.
His
They
cousin,
couldn't even
little
stop him. They couldn't stop him. You think they wanted to get that nigga? I mean, give him, you know what I'm saying? Give him a key.
Now, part of what I'm saying is coming from. I know some. I know. I ain't gonna say no names. I know some people in Houston that train with bro. That's close to bro, and they was telling me that his family, some of his family members was crucifying him behind this incident.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Saying shit like you fucked up, bro. Look at what you done did. You done ruined your future. He hearing this shit in his ear. This not like
Okay.
it's not like this was just social media purely and he just
Okay.
made this decision. There's people close to him, bro, that was sabotaging this nigga's mind. And then
But that's people that was looking for him to make it into leech off
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
That ain't
yeah,
people who was genuinely supporting
There, you
him.
know what I'm saying? For sure.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like we not only teach our kids resilience, but we got to keep these types of people from around our people. Like you can't say this shit, bro. Like you can't do this shit to that man, bro. If that man know he ain't do that shit, bro, you got to stand behind him and defend him. Now, if he ultimately made that decision, I understand. But from what I
They
heard,
ain't wrong in the bitch. They damn bad. They know less worse than the cop who did the shit to him or for saying
you
that
know
shit.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you don't do this shit. You don't crucify him worse than
you
what the
don't do no
girl
shit like
doing.
that, bro.
You can't do that shit, B. Now to the NFL and all that, like I get it. You don't know you ain't want to get your hands dirty and shit like that, but same with y'all, innocent until proven guilty. We don't
That's a
know
that's
shit.
a that's a that's a sticky situation, though, brother. I ain't gonna lie. I don't blame them for not wanting to get involved, bro. You understand? It's a business at the end of the day, bro. You
It
can't
Yeah,
is a
I
you
ain't
can't
finna
taint
business.
the
waste
brand,
my
bro.
money in a draft pick on somebody that can potentially go to jail.
And then on there, you gonna taint the brand. That's just how it go. It's the brand coming for anything, bro.
The brand new. The brand new. I listen.
Yeah, I can't be mad at the NFL, but for his family though, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up for that shit, boy. And y'all, whoever did said that shit to him, I hope y'all went at his funeral because that's a slap in his face.
Real shit. You don't say this shit. And like on
And a
the
lot, I think him not being drafted is what kind of like helped him make that decision.
it took
I ain't even
so
think about that.
it was before. So he died before the draft. Kyren got killed in April. Kyren killed himself in April.
Okay.
Showed out at the pro day. The agent was waiting for calls. The pro day was March 16th, no, 26th. He killed himself on April 12th. The agent was making calls, trying to see who would talk to him, pick him up, whatever. Case was still pending. Let's not blame the league right now. Let me not do that. This is my first question. What the fuck took so long? If there is footage, that's my biggest concern if I'm the DA district attorney outlet. Who what's taking long? You got
Hey
camera
man,
footage. You need to
bad
go get it fast.
you gotta understand when one of their fellow officers do some fuck shit, bro, they're gonna side with they're gonna side with their. It's like a team. They gonna ride with their own. They ride with their own in this situation, so they doing their best to try to cover this shit up.
Yep, and I'm
That's
riding
all
my
that
nigga.
was, bro. And the lawyer had to press their ass. Nah, I need that. I for sure need it now since my client done took his life for this shit. I
Yeah.
need that. You know what I'm saying? So then you understand. I think he said the lawyer came in and when the lawyer came in, he said he was already charged. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's already charged.
So he came in a little late after the fact too.
Now, Kyren went to go get him a little later. Lil bro, according to my connections, they said lil bro thought that it'll be on some other shit. You know how we are. We get on shit when it gets serious. Lil bro initially thought that,
Cause he knew it was innocent though.
yeah. So when he got arrested and it was negligent homicide, bro, and he had to pay 15 grand. Now, luckily it was his NIL deal, but like that shit, that's when he knew it was kind of serious, and they was telling him get a lawyer and shit like that. That's when he called Mr. Orr.
Yeah, but why would I get a lawyer and I know I ain't do nothing?
Exactly.
That's true.
If I get a lawyer, if I would have got a lawyer out top after that incident, it made me look guilty.
Guilty. You know what I'm saying? You're right.
That's why I say we got to teach poise, because like I just feel like this is, well, don't panic right now. We ain't doing this shit. We ain't panicking none of this shit. Especially if I know I ain't do no shit.
I think it was just a sense of panic, but it was the simple fact that, like you said, man, that was crucifying little bro. Even his family, bro, the people he thought that was gonna be in this corner was crucifying him, bro. Like, you gotta understand, bro, how you would like, cause you looking at it from the realm of how you would handle it. Everybody don't handle situations the same way, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Some people just can't deal with all that ridicule, bro.
Yeah.
You feel it take a strong individual to like deal with that shit. Like, you gotta be, I'm talking about fortified.
Yeah.
You gotta be strong to handle that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I said the decision was personal, bro. Because it's a personal decision for me to be like, man, fuck y'all, I'm standing on my 10. That's a personal decision too.
Yeah.
Even when everybody against me, fuck y'all, I know I'm innocent, fuck y'all, I'm gonna ride this shit out. That's a personal decision for me. I'm gonna leave this shit between me and God. Fuck y'all. And LeBron couldn't do that. He wasn't strong enough to do that.
Man. That shit just, it's a sad fucking situation, B.
I hate it, you know what I'm saying? I hate it, you know what I'm saying? I hate the shit, you know what I'm saying? I hate that, man. I hate that shit for that young nigga, bro.
And another thing that I hate is that to the black athletes out there, bro. I know y'all hated that we gotta damn near be perfect to get out there and to live out our dream, bro. But stay on your P's and Q's, little bro. I know, B. It ain't fair and it's sad and shit, but life ain't fair, little bro.
That ain't even just the athlete. That's the everyday.
That's the everyday black man.
That's the everyday nigga.
Like,
we
you gotta wake up and choose to be damn near perfect every day just to make it back home.
Exactly.
Every fucking day.
But it's just a failed system, man. That's all that is. It's a flawed system.
And until it get tore down as a whole and rebuild back up, this shit gonna keep going on. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
3,030.
I am gonna say that.
25. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I am gonna say that to black people, to his family, to any other families in the future, bro. Once y'all know that these crackers done did this shit wrong, bro, crucify these niggas. Do these motherfuckers the same way they do us. Like, I'm talking about nail ass to a cross.
See me that picture of dude so I can crucify his funk ass on my face. See me that picture of dude, bro.
Yeah, like, gotta nail your ass to the wall, bro. Like, I'm gonna lean on my brothers for this shit because I feel like you kind of can, but I'm gonna lean on my brothers on that personal decision. But I am gonna say this much: if you did my child like that, bro, legally or illegally, if the legal if I can crucify you legally, I'm gonna destroy your bitch ass, bro. You gone,
that's the
bro.
fact of just say hypothetically he stayed strong and he beat the case. I'm still on your ass, bro.
I'm
you don't do my child like that, bro.
Yeah, boy. Like, you done. Like, I'm on your ass. You going to jail, bro. That pension, I'm sorry to your family, bro, but this nigga dishonorable. This is
dishonorable ain't even a fucking word, bro.
Like, you a POS for real, bro. Like, you can't do this shit, dog. You can't do this shit to no man, bro. Like, this shit foul. And to the people of society, bro, especially our folks, this is another reason you need to quit telling your fucking kids. Cause people know this when I say this. Quit telling your kids this shit. You made a mistake and it's okay.
Man,
Quit saying that dumbass
So you
shit.
gonna get judged way different than your counterpart.
Exactly. This is the prime example of why you can't say this shit. And my niggas know exactly who I'm talking to when I say this shit. This why we can't do this shit. Because these niggas destroy our asses off one fucking decision. We
Mhm.
had Shadur Sanders miming in an
I was about to
interview
bring that up. I was about
when
to
this
bring
nigga
when you
he
said the athlete, you
answered.
gotta watch how you carry yourself.
Yeah, bro, he had the answer. He answered a question. That is man miming, bro. And the same people that say that you can make a mistake, I don't hear none of y'all defending this stuff. This is what I don't fuck with. Like Danny said, bro, we lack unity. You niggas do not stand together for nothing. It be the only time y'all stand together is when this shit plastered across the world, bro. Instead of defending the small, minute shit. Like shout out to Stack Jack, a couple of y'all did it. But I ain't gonna lie, love you, Stephen A. But no,
This the reason, like, yeah, now that's what I'm saying. And my nigga, that should have been a. You talk about you talk about everything else. That would have been my headline. If I can't headline this, highlighting this shit right here, I don't want to work for ESPN no more. Fuck this shit, bro. And that's my thing. Yeah, that be my thing with these. Like, and these the people y'all look up to though. You know what I'm saying? These the people y'all hold in high regard. Like we gotta stop doing this shit, bro.
shit
We gotta
foul.
stop doing this shit, bro.
Now,
These niggas give a fuck about that. All the thing they care about is that dollar, bro.
yeah, now Stephen A. talked about it on the Stephen A. Smith show.
Nah, make it,
He,
put it on first take. First take, nigga. That's your main show. You can kind of do what you want to do a little bit on your little podcast. Now put that shit on first take. I want everybody in this bitch uncomfortable today.
real talk.
That's why a
Nigga,
nigga like me can never be on no shit like that. Cause you can't put
that's
no
why
muzzle
we
on
got
my
shit
mouth,
like
bro.
that's why we got shit like this, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Cause I
You
couldn't do
can't put no
that.
muzzle on my mouth, bro. Right is right, wrong is
Yeah,
wrong, bro. I don't give a fuck who involved.
real talk. Like this shit, this is a sad incident behind some foolishness. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for like giving parity on this, especially D, bro. You kind of killed it. Bring the common ground into the situation.
For sure.
But the ultimate conclusion of this situation, because we're gonna talk about another topic. The ultimate conclusion of this situation is, bro, got to go to jail. You have to sue. To the family, to the Lacy family, you
Mm-hmm.
have to sue. Sue the balls off these niggas.
The,
Get
the,
every,
the female got to be locked up too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, love you. Look, we called in my bro on the cool. We being respectful calling you a woman because a lot of people was on, none
Honestly, the beast
yeah,
need to go to jail. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
That would be the first person that needs to be locked up.
yeah. Like you ain't see that picture good enough.
Hey, you gotta zoom in
She,
for brother. Like, yeah, man. She now home,
yeah,
man.
I ain't gonna say that was you. You a girl, respectfully, but you gotta go to jail too, Charlotte, because at the end of the day, we ain't gonna
Oh
need to
yeah,
bring
that
up
did
Lacey.
say that was a tranny.
Yeah,
Oh man. Oh man.
yeah. So
They
this,
gonna have fun with that motherfucker.
yeah, real talk. I am gonna say this though. Another man died in that incident, ma'am.
Yeah,
That
rest in peace.
you directly caused it. That
Yeah,
man, Mr. Hall,
Hey,
rest in peace,
hey,
Mr. Hall.
at that point you can't say man. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I was just trying to keep it, but
Nah,
trying to
fuck
keep
that.
it
Fuck that.
cordial.
Ah, no. And we ain't LGBTQ, whatever the fuck that shit is.
yeah,
We
for
ain't
sure,
that. You know what
for
I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
That shit ain't right.
Real talk.
You
Like,
born with a
look,
dick, you need to keep a dick.
Nah, for sure.
look. You ultimately are responsible for Mr. Hall dying. God rest Mr. Hall's soul. That's what you got to get prosecuted for.
Yo.
But to Tyler Warren, bruh, may Jesus be with you. And I'm not a Christian. May Jesus be with you. But his family need to destroy you and that whole Louisiana department.
Cause that y'all
All
just
y'all got to get it, bro. Built because
and
on the
motherfucker
cool,
try to keep that shit on the hush. You just damn bad as that nigga, bro.
yeah, nah, all y'all got to get it, bro. Because this was a shining star. Like my brother said, this was a shining star that lost his light all over some foolishness, some mishaps that could have been done in days.
Quick,
This could have
quick,
been over.
oh, that quick.
This shit could have been over. This
And
shit
a
been
lot of
damn
I
soon.
agree with all of it. But one of the main things that ain't been talked about, y'all need to check on these niggas' mental health.
Boy, who you telling? Check on your people, bro.
Nah, for shit,
Check on your
for
people,
shit
bro.
show.
Telling niggas he crucifying niggas, telling he in the wrong, he fucked up his life and shit like that. Y'all is fucking up somebody's mental health for real.
Nah, for real.
Bro. Protect your people as well, bro. Protect your people, protect your children, bro. Protect your people that you love, bro. Like,
Especially somebody that was down there at the finish line.
exactly.
Yeah, right there.
For any other
Being
questions,
to be at a huge D1 school such as LSU. Come
not
on.
to mention for anybody that's asking, little bro was gonna make it to the
He was
league.
like
This
that.
wasn't
Yeah,
no
yeah,
amateur.
yeah.
This
No,
bro was
no.
nice.
Yeah,
Little
he was
bro was
definitely.
he was gonna make it.
He
Hey,
was gonna help whatever
definitely.
team he went to. He was gonna help them a whole bunch.
Yeah, bro.
He
That
probably
nigga
was the
gonna
best
make it.
receiver in the draft, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. That boy in Tampa Bay, that nigga raw.
Yeah, nah, Ibuka, but
Ibuka
he
raw.
ain't gonna lie. That
Ibuka
nigga nice,
raw.
and he shouldn't
That
feel
nigga
that far.
raw.
He
He
should
got
have
it
fed him.
already.
Little bro was
They kind of the same type of player to me.
Lil
Yeah.
bro one of them, bro. Lil bro was one of them, bro. So this a bad loss on all the court. Like the lawyers say, nobody won. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
nobody.
this much: there's a difference between losing and hell. One motherfucker gotta go to hell for this. That's it. We're gonna end it at that.